Hello everyone. So in this video we are gonna look at how to use or how to apply heat transfer foil onto your print and cut result. And the most important part is that you need a laser printer for this to work. It does not work on inkjet, and the result here are some of the ones that I pre-made. This is gold foil, and these two I use the Crinkle method to give the effects of I'm not sure how to call this. Instead of applying the entire sheet of foil on it, you crinkle it and it gives you this nice effect on it after you're done. So let's get started. I've cut out a whole bunch of smaller pieces so that we can go through them. This is the orange foil, and this is the gold foil, the holographic gold. And these are printed out from a laser printer. These are from my other videos that I printed out, and I'm using these as an example so that it's easier to tell. Okay, so I'm going to be using Cricut Easypress matte, the biggest one. And I'm gonna use the Easypress 2, and I set it to 280 Fahrenheit at 10 seconds. Okay, so normally you would print black and apply on it. So this is what it's gonna look like. Do you need a Teflon sheet or some protection sheet on top of it? No, you don't need it, but it's preferred so that if there's any errors that could happen, it does not make your press dirty. But I'm gonna press it without using a Teflon sheet on top so that you can see. And when you put it on, do you need to push it down? That depends, because I will show you the difference after, but for this one I'm gonna press and I'm gonna put light pressure on it. So that 10 seconds at 280 degrees Fahrenheit. Just take it out. So for this, you always do cold peel. It's already stuck to the paper. So just wait until it cools down. It should cool down really quickly. And that should be, yep, it's cold now. So I can just peel it off. See how it transfers over. For this, notice how there are lines over here that did not completely transfer over. The reason is that this is plastic, so when you apply heat, it will try to crumble together. The plastic basically melt, so you need to apply more pressure if you want more of the foil to get transferred over. And since I just put on really light pressure, this is the result. Okay, so let's try and use the orange one. I'm gonna use a protective sheet, Teflon sheet. Again, 280 degrees, 10 seconds. This time I'm gonna apply more pressure. Again, wait until it cools down. This is paper, so it does not hold heat well. So it's okay to touch it right after it, and it won't burn your hand. Okay, cool. So now it's already completely cool. So let's see the difference. See how more of it gets transferred over? Side by side. So what happened to all the leftover on here? Are they reusable? Yes. You can press them as many times as you want until they all get transferred over. Okay, so now we are gonna try to get this effect where we don't want all of it transfer over. Okay, so this is what we do. Just put it in your hand, just crumble it up like that. And depending on how much crumble it is, more or less of it gets transferred over. And also depends on the pressure when you press on it. If you don't want a lot of it get transferred over, you just put the Easypress over it and don't put any pressure. So we are gonna try that first and see how the transfer come out. So when it's crinkle like this, I definitely prefer to have the Teflon sheet over it, because you don't want the crinkles to somehow get flipped over. This way is safer. So I'm gonna start with no pressure. I'm just gonna put the Easypress on top and start. Okay, so just give it a few seconds to cool down. Okay, it's cool. Now we peel it. See how different this is? One is all crinkled up, and this one you can reuse it because half of it are still there and reusable. And if I were to put the same exact design on top of the exact same area, I would put more pressure when I press this, so all the leftover on this side will get transferred to whichever next image that you're using. So it would come out looking like this. Okay, so we have that one was the first one, second one, and third one. So let's go to the next. So this one, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just crinkle it up. But this time I'll put more pressure so that more of it transfer over. It will give you a different effect. Okay, I crinkle it a lot. Put it back on. Put more pressure on it. Just wait and let it cool down. A few seconds should be good. Yep, it's cool. Now I just slowly, don't have to, peel it. You see how different this is? A lot more get transfer when you press harder on it, but you still get the crinkle effect. Here's side by side. This is no pressure. This is with a lot more pressure. So this is good when you want to give your design another dimension of looks, so that it's not like just a flat transfer over. So what we've been doing is just pressing on a black printout. So does it work on color? Yes, it works the same. And color, when I use color, it's, for example, this one. This is black only. This is with color. So if you want to do the crinkle style with color on there, it gives it a nicer look. Let's, for example, if I want to print the flowers red and the leaves green, and then apply the foil on top of it like this, it will look really nice, and it will have the color to contrast with the foil instead of just plain black. Okay, so let's try. Again, I want more of it transfer over, so I put more pressure on top. I missed a corner here. Must have slide as I right before I press. See how it's transferred over? So notice how there's a big spot missing over here. It's because this one, the area is so small, so when I press on top, I think it sinks down into the press mat too much and it turns out this way. But as you can see, it works on color. Okay, we have one more piece. Let's try the crinkle one again and see how it looks compared to the gold one. Gonna be crinkle up. So the more crinkles you make it, the more lines you get. I pick it up so that it cool down faster. If I left on the mat, the mat will keep the heat on this much longer. So when you pick it up, there's a lot of surface area to let the heat escape. And that's it, it's already cooled down, just a few seconds. So this is what it looks like. Notice how over here, that's because there's less crinkle over here, but that's the randomness of it, so that gives it every press a different look when you do something like this. I think I like the orange one much better than the holographic gold one for this specific one design. Okay, so where do you get the foil, or what it looks like? This is what the foil looks like. It comes in a row normally, and it's very thin, so they normally come in a very long row, probably 20 feet, and you just cut out what you need and use them. Yep, that's it.